Hey guys, welcome back to The Poor Investor. Today we have a very special guest. We actually have two special guests straight from MIT, the Hashscreen team that's going to take over this whole entire video, explaining what it is that they do and what is their projected future and how far they're going to think that Chia is going to take all this and help us small farmers achieve the next level of hitting the moon. Hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing?
We're good. Thanks for having us. Yeah, so we're Hashscreen and we're building a bunch of DeFi stuff on Chia. So we really think that, Chia has the best technology and we hope to take it to the moon, as you just said. So we think the best way to do that is, to get a more efficient economy going, like by building decentralized exchanges, lending platforms and all that, like what you see on other big chains out there. Because honestly, like with Chia's proof of space time, like not only is it green, but it's also like truly decentralized and we could do so much. If everybody could learn how to develop Chia Lisp, how to get this going and embrace this technology, there's such a great future here.
So let me ask you guys something. With Hashscreen, I mean, do you have to be proficient in Chia Lisp? Is that where you start off and that's where you would end it all? And you have to be really great at doing that, right?
Yeah, so I mean, there's many projects we could do, but Chia Lisp is obviously the eventual goal because that really allows us to write smart contracts and do more complicated stuff. Like for example, if a team wants to build a great project and release a token, and this token is somehow tied to the economics of this project, well, we need Chia Lisp to lock this contract, right? So like that way, the users can actually ensure that they'll get protocol fees, for example. Like the more complicated projects we could build, the more fun and more meaningful it would be for the community. I think that's the same for like all developers. So yeah.
Right. I think that's like definitely MIT talk because that's like way beyond me. But let me ask you guys something really simple. How many transactions do you guys deal with on a daily on Hashscreen?
So we actually do some data science stuff on this. I don't think it's a lot right now. It's like a couple hundred, maybe. Yeah, the community just started.
On the order of hundreds. But the idea is we're releasing a lot of like APIs for programmers, to hook up so that they can use their programs to trade smartly. Maybe, they could even trade against like other exchanges so that economy can really get going.
You're saying that not just XCHs or cat coins, that you can actually trade other cryptos for XCHs as well, right? Is that something that's possible later on?
There are potentially some other coins coming to the chain previously covered by Chia, but for the time being, like our platform is for trading cats, but you could easily do some high frequency trading by arbitraging with other exchanges. That's something that you can already do today on Hashscreen DEX by hooking up to our APIs, as a programmer. But if you're a normal trader, no sweat, just open up your Chia Lite wallet and then drop in a few offers to make the trades.
So what got you guys actually started doing this Hashscreen? And how did the name even started? How'd you guys get the name? And what's keeping you guys motivated to keep on going at this?
When we think about Chia, we think about green, right? But then it's also crypto. So we wanted a name which shows both. And then we came up with a bunch, but then we thought Hashscreen is cool because it sounded like hash brown, right? But then also hash is like a SHA-256 hash function, very basic primitive in crypto. So we're like, okay, let's do this. Sounds like the full name. For Hashscreen, like the goal of Hashscreen, I think could be split into two parts. So the first part would be how do we get more efficient on-chain economy and how do we get more people to adopt Chia? Eventually, we would like to use Chia, the blockchain, from a very first principle perspective and see what challenging real-world problems we could solve with this. Likely involve some type of real-world system, could be like an MRB, could be solving some actual challenges, not so much just crypto or DeFi or NFTs anymore.
We want blockchain to be blockchain, not just crypto. It could be used to do some real stuff instead of just being traded around all the time. To get Chia up to speed, we need some DeFi system on Chia directly. That's what we are building right now. One of the things that we do all the time is to sort of communicate with project developers, because like a lot of project developers, they want their coins to be listed on Hashscreen. And the approach we're taking is like we love to sort of like work with the project devs to see what they're doing specifically, push them to each and every community members. It's more visible, and maybe they're like airdrop events all the time. We do want a tight collaboration with these project developers because like they're actually the ones that are making this Chia economy thrive. They're making all kinds of cats. They're maybe making NFTs. They're maybe having their own platform. And I think these are all very exciting. And there are some other people they're pretty active on Chia's development. We ourselves being one of them. So like aside from Dex, with all those cosmetic updates, with those APIs, we are like thinking about how Chia could improve from the first principles perspective. Chia needs to be written. We are actually developing some very cool products that will come up in the near future. So it's more than just the DEX. You could actually start it, earning. So Chia Lisp needs to be written. And specifically, we're working on automatic market makers like Uniswap so that you can stake your Chia into this pool to earn fees that were collected from the traders who use this pool to swap all the time.
Now that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's going to benefit a lot of the project devs as well.
Of course. I mean,
because no liquidity right now, very limited liquidity.
Right. Like a lot of our XCHs are just sitting there dormant.
Doing nothing.
Right.
Exactly. You want your Chia to do some work for you. And people will come into this ecosystem because they now see Chia has a thriving DeFi system. They could be earning more Chia with their Chia. So
by staking it, right?
By staking it, yes.
Yes. Now I don't have to focus so much on Mojo Dice, and I can actually stake it instead. So I don't lose as much.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we believe this is a question of capital efficiency. With all the Chia sitting around, especially in CX, like OKEX or Huobi, at the end of the day, it's the community who builds the community. So if developers are able to get more funds by releasing their own cats, and then the community can gain trust in these cats either by having a clear pool where the developer also stakes their own tokens, or if there's just in general a more liquid market and a very clear price mark for each cat, right, then you will get the economy going, because it's all about trust and building the future together. In '08, no one's really investing anymore, then how does the society progress in general, right? So that's a big reason of why we're building the AMM.
That would help tremendously for the community. It gives an opportunity to have someone reconsider getting into Chia. There's more options, opposed to just buying hard drives, plotting, then farming, and then just sitting there waiting for something to do with it. Wow, that's pretty exciting news. Is that something in the near future, or is that something just working on and it may be possible going forward, or we just don't know yet? Like, how far do you think in the future will we be looking into something like that may be available to everyone that's on Chia right now?
Yeah, so we hope it would be out in a couple of months.
Oh, wow.
We already have most of the designs ready. This is definitely a very difficult project. Like, there's a lot of things to work through, and especially a lot of details, because as long as we're locking people's coins, we want to be 100% sure that we're being secure and no one's going to lose their Chia by staking.
Yeah, that can be very dangerous as well. Someone's staking like a couple hundred or a couple thousand XCHs. That's very, very pricey wallet right there. So I can understand, a lot of security and a lot of pre-planning, of course. But that sounds like exciting news that's coming out. Wow, that's just, you heard it here, guys. First time we're actually going to be able to stake XCHs. I don't know, man. I'm hoping I'm gonna hold you guys to that. I mean, I'm gonna come back in a couple months and I'm gonna say, where the hell is it, guys?
You'll see very exciting developments along the way.
Let me ask you guys right now. So you guys have a lot of interaction with like cat coins. Is there value to any of these cat coins, or just what people think there's value to it? How does that work? I was always interested to find out where does cat coins get their quote unquote evaluation from? Where is that coming from?
I think the value of cats is ultimately up to their community. Like, kind of an unfortunate thing that we observed on Hashscreen is that a lot of the times, especially newer cats who just perform their airdrops, there's a lot more sell orders than buy orders. So in some way, people are not, I wouldn't want to say dumping, but they were just getting those cats, but then willing to trade them for a quick profit. But
meaning like XCH profits, obviously, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ultimately, like, airdropping is also like the best way to get the information out to the community, right? So if everyone believes, and then everyone wins at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think a lot of this comes back to why staking is so important. Because by performing staking, we effectively decrease the circulating supply on the market, because they're not locked up somewhere. Like, it's the promise of more returns by believing in the developing team now. Kind of like how proof of stake works in general, like how Solana and Cardano. Yeah, that's what they've been doing the whole time. So yeah.
So I've never done anything with this offer stuff yet. All right, I know about it. I've seen it, but me
should.
personally have not done it. Now, I have to ask this one question, and it just came into my mind: is are people trading or offering cats for other cats? Are they doing that?
They are. The volume is relatively small because
Okay,
a lot
right,
of the communities, well, they have XCH in their hands, so
right.
it's more,
They're
yeah, it's more
trading for, yeah, okay,
treated against Chia.
against Chia itself. Okay, that makes more sense. What about forks? Is that part of this whole ecosystem too, or no? Not at all.
Fork is a separate stuff because it
Okay.
lives in a parallel universe.
Right.
Forks is just parallel universe, so it's not, a thing that we can play around with in this
Got it.
universe.
Do you guys have any interest in forks or not at this moment?
Well,
Not really.
I mean, we have Chia. We have Chia.
Yeah, we
Why?
have Chia,
No,
right?
no, there are probably some good forks out there, but in order for them to be joining forces with the Chia blockchain itself, forks providers, they're doing some cat coin drops in order to promise them some coins on the forks, so that it's remotely linked to their fork in some way.
I believe I've read somewhere the forks are actually converting their coins over to cat coins so they can jump on that bandwagon. Is that true?
We have received and listed several coins track of
Yeah,
the
we
actual
forgot their
count,
exact
but
names, but there's definitely force who did that. But
Right,
at
right,
the end of
right.
the day, it's about their whole chain, because by becoming a cat on the main Chia chain, it doesn't help their own fork develop. Like, I think the for the fork guys, it's about having more farmers. Like, if there's more people who are willing to farm and receive the main token of that fork, theoretically it could become as big as Chia. It's ultimately up to like what applications are on each fork, because the technology is all the same.
we sort of have a theory, like token could be backed by either security, it could be like utility token, or it could be a token of belief. Well, obviously, security tokens have their all sorts of problems. Likely, most tokens out there would like to be utility. It could be used to do something. Governance tokens, you could use governance tokens to do all kinds of voting. And one of the other types is the belief token, meme token being one of them. When the forks are trying to move to the Chia chain, they want to make sure their coins could still do something, because on the forks, it's being mined, backed by hardware. You do want to make sure your community can still do something useful with it in order to become a truly useful utility token there. It's essential. Like, we all want the Chia blockchain to thrive, to continue to grow, so that the Chias on our hands could grow in value, like back to 1,000, something like that. So essential to keep people coming into the chain, to keep developers coming into the chain. Totally happy to build products, any other team to collaborate on these. I mean, we do have some technologies that we could also share with everyone.
Yeah, we plan to open source quite a bit of the stuff, like as we grow and as the community grows. Like, for example, we just released the API for trading and for market information. We're also thinking about helping teams airdrop and potentially giving out airdrop tools, because right now there's like several hundred cats, but if we observe their transaction amount, we believe that most of them are like manually sending it to their users.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, not only a very useful tool, but also just in general something that hopefully gets people developing, because the best way to write more code is by looking at other people's code. Chia is so new, we just all have to work on this together.
I've mentioned it on my channel many times, is that Chia is not even a full year old yet since being on the mainnet. They've been around since when the company was formed, and probably back in 2017 or 2018 when they were still on the testnet. But for the actual mainnet and everything that's happening around this right now, the whole ecosystem with the cat coins and all this great stuff has happened all within the last less than a year. It's not even a full year yet, I believe, right? So, and you guys are on part of this now, developing, and hopefully that, we would get more and more people into this ecosystem, developing and learning Chia, putting out more. I don't even know what else we can do with it, but I'm sure someone is going to think of it, right? Someone's going to put something together and we're going to be able to use it in a real use case at this point, right? Because that's basically what we're trying to accomplish now, right? With Hashscreen, let's just say I'm going to take what you guys said before. If we're able to stake it, or if we're able to make these offers for other cat coins, and these cat coins may have other utilities, maybe in gaming, maybe for NFTs, maybe for a lot of other things. And it all begins from there, right? Is that safe to say something like that?
The community is just going to get more and more exciting with all these developments. We want to be a part of that teaching people how to fish rather than just giving people fishes.
Right.
Not just the project developers, but also like coin issuers. I think like Chia is just going to get better, and there are some other pushes by the Chia blockchain themselves on a lot of different business. So I think like we are in a very, very good position to engage in this party. Just think about, like, would you have invested in something like Ethereum back in 2017? You would, right? Looking back, it has like gained in value by hundreds of times. And I think Chia is right in this position. Hold on to your Chia, maybe participate in some cat projects that you really like, active community team member, and I think that's all we have to do.
How much are you guys actually farming on the network? And are you guys doing it solo, or are you guys part of a pool? Do you want to share which pool? If you are, how's it going for you guys in regards to earning XCHs?
We have 3 petabyte a 3 petabyte farm currently farming, and we probably have something like, I lost track of that because we don't check that very often, but around like 200 Chia currently. Yeah, we hope to.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
awesome.
we're very small, but we're hodling it.
We all hope so. We all hope so. I hope so myself. Yes.
That's the exact reason we're hodling it.
That sounds promising. So how does one communicate with you guys if they have any questions? How do they find you? Where can we look for you guys? I know you guys have a Discord. Is it active? Are you guys actively on the Discord?
We are very active on
Discord, also Twitter as well.
Okay.
If you want to shoot us an email, there's like listing, contacts.
More importantly, like we're writing some like weekly updates on ourselves, what we're doing, and like what we're thinking in terms of like first principles on Chia blockchain. It's all in our blogs. So remember to come to our blogs.
So guys, I will link all their contact information, Discord, home address, telephone number, everything on the description below. Just kidding, guys. I'm actually just going to put the Discord and the Twitter, and you can reach out to them on the email if you have any questions in regards to Hashscreen, because these guys, remember, they're from MIT. You ask dumb questions, I don't know, they may not answer you. So, but no question is a dumb question, because I was asking a lot throughout this entire video. And believe me, before the video even started, I asked a whole bunch of dumb questions. Guys, I appreciate you guys being here, and keep up the good work. We need to build out this Chia ecosystem, and you guys are the key to that.
Thank you thank you so much for having us over.
All right, thank you guys.
No, we think everyone's the key, actually, not just us. And maybe the title of this channel would be Rich Investor.
I hope so.
Just follow your Chia. Be active.
Remember, guys, hold on to those damn Chias. All right, hold on to the damn Chias. We're gonna make it.